Put your hands together right now for Mr. Trace Holt.
What's up, nerds? You guys, thank you so much to Brendan. Thank you all of you guys for being here. The most consistently amazing and full room in Austin. Very cool to be here. Thank you guys very much. Chip Pope and the musical stylings of former Austin comedy. It's looking good. You guys, this is great. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys very much. All of us are going to be wildly successful comedians someday. Everyone's going to own a boat. All of us we're all going to own. This is like the only way I measure success in life is whether or not you own a boat. Come up to me and be like, oh, I got fired today and my wife is leaving me and I found out my dog has cancer. And I'll be like, but your boat's paid off, right? Like, that's a pretty sweet boat, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying not to drink lately. It's a new thing for me. It's a strange thing for me. In an attempt to substitute a vice with another vice, earlier today I bought a bag of peanut M&Ms. So like every time I had the urge to drink, I could eat a peanut M&M. What ended up happening, as a handful of you guys could probably guess, is that I just ate a bag of peanut M&Ms before I came out tonight. No, not working out for me. I don't know. I got to quit telling jokes about how I'm not drinking anymore. I'm just making everyone in the room as uncomfortable about me not drinking as I am about me not drinking. I've been getting some entertaining moments out of it, though. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to clean my life up a little bit. I'm trying not to eat at fast food all the time anymore. I was at a Popeyes the other day. Because I'm not dying fast enough. I don't know. And I told myself, like, this is it. No more of this shit. I'm not doing fast food anymore. And last night I was at the Whataburger drive-thru. But, like, I was the sober one at a Whataburger drive-thru at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night, which is a different scene. I don't know if you guys have been that one. Things are different at that hour. I see the dude in front of me just yelling at this person through the order box, just really yelling at this person at his order, and they like struggle to repeat it back to him, and when they get it right, he's like, boom! That was it. And I couldn't help it, I started laughing at the guy. Like, I'm the next car back, my windows are down, I'm cracking up about this guy. Like, no judgment, I've thrown up in the Whataburger drive-thru a number of times. But, like, last night was a different night, you know? I'm sitting there and I'm laughing at this guy and he gets out of his car and he starts to walk back towards me. It's like, oh great, I'm about to get beat up in a Whataburger drive-thru. My mouth's getting me in trouble. I'm not even drinking, my mouth's still getting me in trouble. I don't know how that happened. He gets to the window and he knocks on the window and he's like, dude, do you have a lighter? Like, yeah, okay, whatever, like, fine. So I give him my lighter and he uses it and he's like, dude, what are you getting? I don't really want to admit it to him, you know? Like, I don't really want to engage another Whataburger patron at this hour, you know? Like, I tell him, a couple of sausage biscuits, you know? And he was like, oh, that's badass, dude, that's badass. He was more excited about what I was getting than I was about what I was getting. It was ridiculous. He drives off into the night, and I pull up to the window, and the girl at the window is like, oh, that guy paid for your order. I know, right? What a jerk. This is just supposed to be me and my shame, and this guy's got to make it about him, you know? Look at that. Who goes to Whataburger at 3 o'clock in the morning to feel good about themselves? It's crap, you guys. He ruined my moment. I'm not letting it get to me. Been trying to date. I don't know what I'm doing with dating. I prepare for most dates the same way I prepare for this show tonight, by sitting at home and binge watching the hit 90s teen drama Roswell. It's a good show, you guys. Good show. It's love. Nobody watched that show. It's a good show. I don't know what I'm doing. I get out with women. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to. I think the problem is me. You know, like maybe I have too high of a bar. I went out on a date with a girl a little while ago, and it was all right. So I like started to see her a little bit more consistently. But like once a night, once a day, whenever we were together, at one point in our date, she would ask me what a word meant. You're 30 years old. You can't pretend you're texting somebody and Google that. You know, like that's. It's ridiculous. One day she asked me what obnoxious meant. After struggling to define it without using the word, she asks me, was it obnoxious that I asked that? It's like, if you know, then why did you ask? It's bullshit. It's never appropriate to just yell, yes, bitch, at a woman, you know? Like, that's not... I stopped seeing that girl. It kind of comes back on me, though. Like, I'll be like, oh, I can't deal with this. This is too much. But there are things that girls are like, oh, that's too much about him. With me, this girl stopped seeing me recently because I smoked too much weed. I didn't know that was a thing. It's funny when you stop drinking. This guy, thank you, sir. It's like when you stop drinking, you notice how much weed you smoke. It's a lot, you guys. I don't know. It's like an ass load of weed. I feel like drugs are the only thing you can measure by an ass load. like if somebody was ever be like, oh, I got this ass load of marbles, I'd be like, why do you have all those marbles in your ass? But it's a lot. It's apparently too much for some. I had this girl tell me she didn't want to see me anymore because I smoked too much weed, but it was the way she phrased it that really bothered me. She was like, oh, whenever I come over, all you ever want to do is have sex and smoke weed. Those are good things. How do you make that sound like those are bad things? I don't understand that. That's ridiculous. I had a woman come knock on my door. My neighbor came and knocked on my door, and in none too nice a tone was like, the smell has got to stop. Like, at what point do I get to tell her it's time for you to stop audibly beating your kids? I don't know. Ridiculous. If we're airing neighborly grievances here, I'll keep the smell down. You keep the child abuse down. How about that? I don't know. I don't like the misappropriation of things to stoner culture that aren't stoner things, you know? Like, if I'm barefoot and running through the woods, that's not because I smoke pot. That's because I'm a Viking. Like, that's because I'm a shaman, you know? Like, it's because sometimes I don't know where my shoes are, you know? Like, waking up covered in Cheeto dust. Not a weed thing. That, like the freezer full of Hot Pockets, is a depression thing, you guys. I'm not having it. I don't like it. You can't tell anybody the truth about anything these days. People ask you, like, oh, how are you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm all right. And they're like, oh, just all right. Well, I'm supposed to tell you guys that some days it's easier to keep the gun out of my mouth than others? Like, I don't know. That's weird. What is that? I've been feeling pretty good about life lately, actually. I struggle that with the half-truths you got to tell people. I posted this thing on the internet the other day that my body was doing its best to tell me no more Mexican food. And I was doing my best to tell it, no, fuck you. A buddy of mine was like, that's kind of graphic, man. I don't know how I feel about you posting shit like that. And I was like, dude, the thing I was going to post originally was shit's blood recklessly continues eating tamales. I try to censor it, and it's not even good enough for you guys. I don't know. I'm Trace Holt. You guys have been great. Give it up for Brendan. Thank you very much.
That's Trace Holt.